Hello Internet, welcome to Zebra Theory, the show where I talk about stuff that I'm scared of. WALL-E. Who does not remember this 2008 classic? To sum up the plot, it's about a robot who's been around for 700 years picking up trash on Earth while the humans are in space. He also meets his waifu that is named Eve. And this film may or may not have been about the environment. Anyways, what if I told you WALL-E is a romantic retelling of the 1995 action platformer on Sega Genesis, Vectorman? Anyways, so first off, let's compare the plot. So the plot of WALL-E is that in the 29th century, WALL-E is the last robot on Earth picking up trash while the humans left on a ship called the Axiom. Basically a generation ship. Anyways, WALL-E also has like a personality, like he does like his own thing, like he finds like random objects and collects them, and maybe puts a bra on his face if he's weird. Anyways, one day he finds a plant and he ends up meeting his waifu, Eve. And just like any character with random traits who likes a character who's attractive, WALL-E simps for her and hands her the plant, which causes her to do some weird shit. Anyways, they get taken back to the ship, and this whole entire plot goes with like WALL-E and Eve doing their random little mishaps on the ship while dealing with the villain Otto. Anyways, later on, WALL-E ends up getting injured and they have to go back to the Earth. And after the most epic anime fight in all of anime history, they all head back to the Earth, WALL-E gets fixed, and they both kiss, fall in love. So yeah, that's the story of WALL-E. Now let's talk about the story of Vectorman. So Vectorman's plot is that in the year 2049, which, as of this video, is 24 years from now. Anyways, the humans left the Earth to go to space because of the toxic sludge, and they have Orbots made to clean up the mess. Meanwhile, an Orbot named Raster? What kind of name is that? What is he, a can of soda? Raster ends up having an error and he ends up malfunctioning. They end up salvaging him with a nuclear bomb, causing him to become Warhead, becoming a tyrant and brainwashes all of the Orbots and plans to launch an attack on the humans when they arrive back. Also, just a quick side note, I just want to say this is the stupidest plan ever, because basically what he's doing is that he's just going to sit there for who knows how long until the humans arrive, instead of just getting a ship flying over there and destroying the humans. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Our protagonist, Vectorman, comes back after delivering a load of toxic sludge and finds out that, everyone else is brainwashed and he wants to stop Warhead's evil plans. So you can see kind of the comparisons. And there's not that much to talk about for Vectorman 2, since Vectorman 2's plot kind of strays away with the whole sci-fi robot plotline and instead goes for more of like unknown world and insect type game. Now let's compare the characters. WALL-E, I don't really know how to compare him to Vectorman. I mean, they both have personality, they both say a few words here and there. WALL-E, on the other hand, isn't really a fighter, he usually just hides sometimes. So I guess WALL-E's out of the equation. Eve, on the other hand, there is actually some more comparisons. The first one being that, just like Vectorman, they could both shoot energy projectiles out of their hand. 2, she could change her hand into other things. I'll just show it on screen right here. Just like how Vectorman could morph into random objects. 3, they both speak, and they are very shiny indeed. The plot itself is a bit similar, like the plot of the humans leaving the Earth because there's basically trash and it's uninhabitable, basically, compared to Vectorman, where it's kind of the same thing, except they do have that year stretch where WALL-E's set in the 29th century, while Vectorman's still set in the 21st century. What else? There's a cockroach character in the film. Thank God he gets crushed several times by WALL-E. Anyways, it's kind of similar to the bugs in Vectorman that appear in the later games. Well, in this case, Vectorman 2, because Vectorman was one of those series where there's only like a few games and that's it. Also, both WALL-E and Vectorman like to dance. So you're probably wondering, that's where the video ends, right? There's not much comparisons to it? But wait, the video isn't over yet. Beta footage for the cancelled Vectorman game on PlayStation 2, there's this scene where this happens, which is oddly similar to this scene of WALL-E. But hey, that's just a theory. A Zebra Theory. Next time on Zebra Theory, according to Reddit, Orin High School Host Club is a quirky retelling of Mulan.
I'm playing Invisible Primal Rage.